All right, what's up, everyone? TonyScapone here, and we've got Mono Black Turbo Ant. If you're watching this, you've probably seen previous iterations. The deck continues to change. If you're watching this on YouTube now, you can go back, and if you haven't seen previous iterations, you should be able to see a 9-1 run and a 14th place 5-2 run in a Sunday challenge with like 118, 110 people, whatever it was. So you can kind of see like a progression. We've been testing out a lot of things. If you are just watching this and new to it, I will say this is not just some list that we've thrown together. I could, spend a whole 20 minutes talking about, what we've gone through to come to this point in previous iterations. But it's at this point, for me, I think about a year in the works, maybe even more. So it's very good. It's been certainly the most promising project outside of the Epic Gamble that I've worked on since jumping into Storm. So very excited, especially this iteration that we have in front of us. So previous iterations were all leaning on Grim Monolith, right? There was kind of the basic, even from the very beginning, idea where I initially just took ad nauseum tendrils and said, what if we don't lean on, I know there's Cabal Ritual, but what if we don't lean on Cabal Ritual and Past in Flames? We play Grim Monolith, and we move into an Opal package, so on and so forth. So what was the problem with Monolith, and why are we on Bogles now? Well, Monolith, first of all, it costs 2, so we're always looking for ways to reduce our converted mana cost, and just generally speaking, be lower on the curve so that we can function smoother, quicker, all that good stuff. And although Grim Monolith was great and is traditionally a way in which you can move into Opal in a Storm deck, and it was effective in allowing us to make that black that we needed to cast our black pips. The thing is, this deck has a lot of black pips, right? A lot of black pips, and oftentimes we needed multiple black pips, whether it's casting our ad nauseum or even casting discard before ad nauseum. That's 3 pips. Like, it was very difficult to come up with all this black, and oftentimes we'd be forced into either discard pass, or just pass, hope we draw another black source, whatever it is. So Grim Monolith was not ideal. It was good. It was very powerful, but here we are trying new things, and we were on 14 lands, which never quite sat right with me. But I kind of justified it with Saga, saying like, well, first off, Saga needs a lot of mana to function. Also, Saga, you can kind of say it's not necessarily a land because it turns into, it tutors and makes constructs and this and that. So there were reasons why 14 was fine, worked well, was easily justifiable. But I do think that ultimately we do want to be in a lower land count, as we are a quote-unquote Belcher deck, where we are very much capable of often turn 1ing, turn 2ing with protection, turn 1ing with protection even. And if you can go faster without much coming out the other end, then you should always be at least trying to do that, right? I tend to try to push the limits with general theory as far as possible until I've gone too far, and then it gives you a good means or barometer to kind of snap back where you want to be. So here we are with Bobble, right? So what does Bobble do for us? Obviously, it lowers our curve considerably, but it's also very effective at turning on Mox Opal and allows us to go down on lands for 2 reasons. 1, we have cantrips, so we're churning through our deck quicker, and 2, our deck costs less. What I found with Grim Monolith is that, and there's always been this general issue where with Mono Black, you don't have enough action. You want to find action. That's one of the reasons why we supplemented with Saga in the first place, and have a lot of additional discard. So the problem is, however, you still need mana to pay for that action, right? If you just shove more tutors into this deck, it's clunky. You can't really effectively pay for them. It's not the greatest, right? And most other Storm decks have cantrips to work with, and I think today, barring maybe Brainstorm is just a generally powerful card, I think cantrips are maybe, you could make a good argument that they're too slow, right? So Bobble is a great way to, obviously, for free, put more action in your deck the card just becomes so modal because it's action, it's free, it's fine for your ad nauseum, it turns on your Mox Opal. It has the synergy for this deck is just through the roof, and Bauble continues to increase that synergy. It just fits in really well with the deck, right? It'll make constructs bigger on the front side. It'll allow us to see our opponent's hand or what's on the top of the deck to turn on or give us information for Cabal Therapy, and then we'll cash in for a card on the other side. And it also fixes the problem we had with Saga, where we were trying to just like cram in some sort of action piece, because with only mana or Shadow Spear, Saga isn't quite as modal as it can be. Sure, you could always just kind of chuck a Bauble in there, but it always felt, you know, it wasn't sexy, right? This is sexy. This is what I find sexy. I don't know about you, but so really excited. It's been running super smooth. So what else have we done aside from the Baubles? Vault of Whispers, right? So I've come down 2 lands, like I said. I've come off of one of the soul lands because, again, we are more in need of black pips. Sure, we want soul lands because they're really good with Saga. They can power out ad nauseum. When we ad nause, we do want reasonable access to lands that make 2 mana, right? So I think this is I've been happy with this number of soul lands. But yeah, being able to go down 2 lands is awesome in general. And I think moving into Vault of Whispers, between Vault of Whispers and the Baubles, Opals just always turned on. Just always turned on. And Vault is so good with the constructs. I think the power level increase of having access to Vault and what it does for the deck, the constructs, the Opal, the black pips is worth it over what we lose to, you know, oof effects. If you're talking about Collector Oof specifically, we do have Slaughter Pact, which is free. We do have a Swamp. You know, we're not just dead in the water. If you want to play an actual Null Rod, fine, okay? Fine, you did it. Congrats. But we're not even necessarily out, right? Like, if we have Saga and Soul Land, like, we still have 10/10s, you know? Our artifacts are free. Like, we can still put them into play. We still got game. It feels as though we pretty much have game against, like, everything, which is insane. I'm struggling to find what is a bad matchup. I think we found one, which it doesn't really count. The Karn, Echo, you know, Narset, whatever. Just the Force of Will, like, every single card in the deck is a nightmare for it. You're never going to be good against that deck. I'm not going to try to, right? Okay, so that kind of covers what we've been doing in the main deck. I guess I have come back to the one Burning Wish. Over the past few weeks, I've been trying to find, like, what goes in actually the slot that you don't see here, the quote-unquote second Burning Wish, the Mastermind's Acquisition, the second Tendrils, the second Adnaz, the not Wayfarer's Bauble, whatever that 1-mana artifact that shuffles a card from your graveyard into your deck and draws a card. You know, all trying to fix the problem of, well, what if Tendrils is in a graveyard and we already used Burning Wish? Or what if Tendrils is in your graveyard, then when you go to Pier, you don't have your Tendrils. It's like, these things come up, they're gonna come up. Every once in a while you might lose a game. Conjurer's Bauble, thank you. Every once in a blue moon you might lose a game because of it. It feels real bad. But for the most part, it's not going to happen, one. And in the event that you do wind up in that scenario, just take a different line. Like when it happened that match a couple of weeks ago against Arkan, right, where we peered and then we were like, oh shit, we don't actually have a way to win. We could have echoed with like 6 mana floating or something, which, sure, not guaranteed to win, but still a really powerful line. So I think it's actually just a little bit crazy to do anything other than, or not a little bit crazy, but I think the best thing to do is just play the 1. It's fine. It's going to be fine. Don't even play the bad lands, right? Because if you play 2, well, now you kind of have to justify not having it. It's just, I think 1 is correct. It's felt fine. So that's where I'm at with that. Onto the sideboard. So new things, Spellbomb. It's actually embarrassing for me how long it took me to actually move into this card. Not that I haven't thought about this card, but I don't know. I guess my initial thought that took me off of it was like, well, we're already like playing Haywire Might, which is green. Do we want to play another card that's just like out of our color and reliant on opals? And you know, yes, I like that logic doesn't actually necessarily make sense now that I've like gone back and thought about it for another second. Like, wait, what if we are, the logic actually goes the other way. If you're willing to play Might without without a green source, right, then you should be willing to play Spell Bomb, right? Like, it doesn't hit oof. Sure, we have other cards to deal with oof. It's not for oof, it's for Archon, and it's for Thalia, which is it is a integral part of creating consistency in our success against White Initiative, which is, obviously one of the big menaces here. I've had a lot of success with this deck against that deck, which is awesome. I've had a lot of success with this deck against Delver, which is awesome. And we crush Red Painter. It's not 100%. Nothing's 100%. You will lose matches. It happens. But for the most part, we crush that deck. So to be very good against those three decks, that's kind of what's happening right now, right? You got Delver, Initiative, both broken, and Red Painter is kind of preying on the both of them. So we're just going to come in and sweep it all up, right? So, is there anything else new? Yeah, I guess Needle. So I've been like running this or that in this slot, and I've run Needle before, plenty. It always proved to be good, and more recently, it's proven to be even better than good. I think it is just great, potentially even correct. You can steal a lot of games against 8-cast if you make some constructs. They just don't see the Needle coming, and then you turn off their sagas, and it's game, right? So, I don't know. I think I've blabbered enough about the list. That kind of wraps it up, and let's get into a league. All right, we opened up. I'll keep it. It's a little bit dicey, but I think we keep it. F6. Interesting. Oh. That's a nice grab. I think I'm gonna bobble. I'll do it at some point during their turn, hoping they play some of these cards. Give us a chance to see the new card. Nettle, sure. And I'm gonna, exit out, but it's entirely possible they drew a second Heritage Druid. So, not you. Okay. That's fine. Alright, so odds are we get to Adnaz next turn. And if we can't, we 100% get to the following turn. Okay. We have one card left. Right, 3, 6, yep. Well, let's get them. Yeah, I think we got there. What do you think? Ooh, living on the edge. Oh, you shouldn't show them all those cards. Shut up. Shut your mouth. Alright, we're in there. Okay, so we want these. Do we play one of these for Deafening Silence? I don't care about Leyline. Needle is... it's symbiote, but if they're doing symbiote things, we probably don't care. Spellbomb's not good. I guess I'm gonna... I have recently gotten hit by Deafening Silence out of Elves. They do play it from time to time, but generally speaking, they don't. So I don't think it's right to just bring it in unless you see it, or at least see a Savannah. I believe we just saw Forest. So I'm going to bring these in, and we'll take out some of the discard. I'll keep the Shadow Spear. It could wind up scrappy. So we have a turn 1. 2, 4, 7. Obviously can't play through trap. Hand is also pretty good against discard. They go down to 5, and they play a green spell. Perfect. Mac, thanks for the follow. Welcome. You draw a Dark Ritual. Also perfect. I guess LED would have been perfect. Are they F6'd? Kind of. I think so. Yeah. 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. So we don't have Pier, but we sure as hell have a banger of an Adnaz. I think from 8 or from 20, I'd rather use the Ancient Tomb. Ooh, that's not a good start. Oh, that's like the worst start possible. Tendrils and then 3 discard spells. Come on, deck. Ritual's good. It's probably enough to win. Alright, we're good. It's fine, don't worry. Classic turn 1. Yeah, his hand is fine. Oh wow, y'all have been checking out this list. I don't blame you. Okay. Yeah, it's current. So if you want to see it, all you do is type in !deck. Alright, here we are in round 2. Playing against Rick Wren. We're gonna keep. It's a well-rounded hand. Against a blue deck. Basic Island. Interesting. We don't have a Soul Land, so we don't really want to open up on Saga. We can, because we have Petal. But I'm going to slow down cast Cabal Therapy. Are they going to Brainstorm? Should we just name Brainstorm? No, we should... Well, I think they would have fired it off if they had it. Not entirely. It's certainly possible they have Brainstorm, but we'll just name Force of Will. I think it's the most reasonable name here. We could just name Show and Tell, because it is kind of the card that we lose to. We don't really lose the Force of Will because of Saga. Basic Island has me thinking they're not actually Delver, but Force of Will's in both of those decks, and it's still a good name because we can just win before them. Okay, so they don't have any of that. They do have Force of Negation. Interesting. Which is fine. We can... Looks like we can just make constructs. They're on one lander. Yeah, just play Saga out. What you gonna do about that, OP? What should I sort of do in the deck? Lage? It makes our constructs trample and lifelink. So that we can hang and bang with the other Saga decks, and so that we can take the initiative. OP kept a suspect hand. So now we can Thoughtseize. We have them beat like on both ends here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. So we can't add Nas right now. We could just take swords, beat them down with constructs, or we could take Force of Negation, and next turn we wind up with a with an LED, and then we can Cabal Therapy. Let's take Force of Negation. Maybe I should have just taken swords. Either way. And then Cabal Therapy can name. But they don't have a white source even, so... Yeah, Sagas. Oh, and they're just gonna run out Esper Sentinel. Okay. Alright, OP. So, we know they drew Ponder. And then we know that they pondered into Tundra, so we have perfect information. Which is all we have to do is beat a daze. Okay. Done. I can even take it away for free, so I don't have to pay. Consider it done, OP. This is a pier. Classic pier. Don't care about this construct. I guess... Oh, this doesn't make sense, huh? We're paying this either way when we cast these spells, so it does make sense. We could let them draw, but I don't think we should. I haven't counted, but I'm pretty sure we have a pier. And if we don't have a pier, we have a pretty strong Adnaz. We have 4, 5, 11. So we have just enough for pier. We know they can't do anything about it. Oh, but we have tendrils in our hand. It's happening, chat. It's happening. Okay, so we have to... That's fine. We have to Adnaz with a bunch of extra mana. It happened. But as you can see, we have another, like, fine line. We do not have enough to tutor chain. There's not high enough storm count. But we'll crack these. We know we don't have... 2 is the highest in our deck right now, so that's good. We just gotta find either Wish Claw, there it is, and a bunch of mana, or Burning Wish. And we found Wish Claw and a bunch of mana. So we have won the game, chat. We have won the game. I think we can stop there. Cabal Writ. Whatever. Well, let's just go get it. Let's just go get it. OP got. Yes, they are. They're very good. Alright, so against Bogles. Bogles, huh? Generally speaking, they play creatures that cannot be targeted. We could have Deafening Silence, but meh. We could play Might. I think I'm just going to run it back. I think plan A is probably the most solid. Alright, this hand is not good enough. It would be a rather severe speculation if we were to keep this hand. And they mulligan as well. This is better. I'm not thrilled about about this, but I'll keep it. Tundra Sentinel. Yep, this card is obnoxious. Oh, that was a good one. So... Yeah, I'm gonna pay. They gonna daze? They did not daze. They did not daze. Okay. They have daze, which I don't like, but I'm still gonna take Ponder. We draw land, we're good. Actually, we need more than that. This card is a bitch. What a bitch. Oh. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. Enough for an Adnaz, but not through days. We know they have it because we gave it to them. We could let them draw. And then play a Wish Claw through days. Or we can just play these out, pay our taxes. I think we just put them on 2 draws. We'll let them draw. They really draw force and they're wondering if they should counter this. If that's the case, we get to play this. Okay. Basic swamp, pretty sweet. Alright, so a total of 3 unknown draws they get here. Oh, and this makes us pay 2. But they still only get to draw 1 card. Wasteland. So they have Days and 3 unknowns. Worst draw on the deck. Again, I think we just go for it. I don't think it gets better from here. I was hoping with this line we had the added out of, like, if we draw a discard, it's a lot better. So 3, 6, 7, 8, 7. So 8, if we pay, we go to 7. We go to 6, we cast it. We can still play through Days, but not double Days. If we don't pay, they get to draw another card, putting them closer to Force. Brainstorm into Force. Second Days doesn't matter in that scenario. I don't think we pay. Oh, we have to pay 2 as well? Forget it. No thanks. Do you have it, OP? Do you have it? I don't think they do. We're at 15. Tendril's not in the deck. Oh, they have it. Alright, that's fine. Game 3. Excuse me. Alright, nice thing about this matchup is I'm totally fine with like a multiple saga hand. It could get beat. They did show us Wasteland. I gotta pee so bad. Alright, maybe this is a good time to do it while we're waiting for... Oh, well, it's alright. I'll do it after this match. Whoa! 6, 7, 8, 9. A little protected turn 1 Adnaz. Yep. I'll take it. Dark Ritual has to resolve, though. Ew, which is a tough one off a pedal. It's a tough sell. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah. Yep. Don't have the dub skis. Don't. Don't you dare. Alright. Got him. I should have played this after. You can play Wishclaw here, and then you can play Chrome Mox, and with this trigger on the stack, or even in response to the Chrome Mox, whatever, you can then activate Wishclaw and cast Adnaz, but I just kind of firing off spells here. Whoopsies. Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. Tendrils. Land drop. Plenty of zeros. Wishclaw. Huh. I think that can effectively get Storm going. Are they dead? Oh yeah, City of Traders. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, they were. Ew. We got them. Alright, here we are, round 3. And I say this is, you know, a well-rounded, classic, just like discard plus saga hand. Oh, okay. I don't really care about that. Blood Moon is like, this is not a good matchup. I actually forgot about this matchup when we were talking about whether or not we have bad matchups. This definitely constitutes as one of the bad ones. Oh, their hand is really bad. Guess they can almost cast that, but as long as we don't run into Blood Moon, we should be good. Oh, wait! I said wait. Should have played Pedal. Is there a variant of old school Ant that can win in this current meta? Haven't updated my Storm list in quite a while. I haven't really grinded traditional Ant in a bit. I made some, you know, videos on the general. What is this? It adds a red. It's an artifact. As Christmas, but you may have it become a copy of any creature on the battlefield, except it has haste. You may. So otherwise, it's just a red producing. It's an interesting card. I don't even know what set that is. Is this actually a magic card, or is this like what? We are gonna have to battle a fury here. Oh, we're not gonna have to battle a fury here. Perfect. Perfection. All right, I'll play the pedal this time. Take fury. I can start making tokens. Hopefully we can get some tokens out there before they draw Blood Moon. That's the hope. Commander 21. It's a wild card. I'm not sure how good it is, but what is this? That makes hasty creatures, right? Okay. Which is gonna let them crew this at some point, right? Or we can just win. Could just win. Tendril's not in the deck. Generally a good thing. It could go south. There's no land drop, no mana floating. From 14, no tendrils. I feel like there's such low cost in waiting. Excuse me. Make a 3/3. We're gonna crew. Start getting in with a 4/4. They have one card in hand. It's fine. Let's make a Saga token. Wishclaw. Three, two. So you can use Cabal Ritual. This is another reason why I do like Cabal Ritual over Grim Monolith. Obviously, if we just have two cards in that two converted mana cost mana card slot, I think Cabal Ritual just is better. And this is one of the reasons. Sure, Grim Monolith is an artifact, makes your constructs bigger, but this you can actually draw it. Like on this draw, sometimes you're just hoping to draw Dark Ritual or Cabal Ritual so that you can make and equip. And I think, because we can't equip unless, or we could, no, we can't make two tokens. Or yeah, we could. Then we don't gain life, which is probably fine. We can gain life on the second one. So if we use Petal, Vault, Cabal Ritual, right? We make 3, make a token, and then this Saga gets Opal, then we can make another token. I'm going to do that. Excuse me. And there's only a 4/4 because they opted to attack with it. Now we have a bunch of constructs. We're going to gain life next turn. We're working towards this Adnaz. Like, yeah. Rubao, thank you for the follow. Welcome. All right, so very difficult matchup. We stole game 1. How do we pull it off otherwise? Mites. Basically, in these prison matchups, Saga is like your way to beat it. That's how we beat Initiative, Construct Tokens, plus Shadow Spear. Thank you for the follow, Hurley. But of course, the difficulty with this matchup is they do have access to Blood Moon. So, do I want to be able to kill creatures? Not like, I don't think so. We just kind of take Mites out. I mean, bring Mites in and take some Duress out. Needle could stop Hearse, but Hearse is not really a problem. We could try and cheese them out with Leyline. Is that better? It's funny. It's not like Leyline's good against them, obviously. It only really works if we find like land drops and Wishclaw. It's bad. It's all pretty bad. I guess we can bring in Spellbomb over like Cabal Therapy. Maybe a discard spell. My undefeated. Opponent asked, "You undefeated here, Chief? Go get him." Oh, come on. This, I don't want people to do this. Maybe they had to leave or something. I didn't mean to. We opened up a, a decent hand, but not necessarily on the draw. Yeah, don't do this. Here we go. Really round 4 against the Tower Knight. We have a dicey hand that I'm going to keep. It may very well just not pan out. But they mulliganed. They mulliganed twice. Here's the thing about discard. If your opponent mulligans and you Thoughtseize them, it's usually pretty brutal. I mean, if they have a Wasteland, we've probably got a game. Or we could just draw bullshit for a while. Oh, nice. Alright, so we take Entomb. I guess I'll play out the Opal. This is scary. If they draw Entomb or Looting, Entomb is would be pretty bad for us. Interesting. So now we have Cabal Therapy. Oh, Bobble is good. It's so tempting to hit Petal, right? But it's probably just correct to hit the Animate Dead. Petal takes them off of Looting, too, which is like one of the cards that really has the opportunity to get them out of this, because it can both put a fatty in the bin and draw them into what they need. Although, if we hit Petal, they already have what they need. But, I'm going to hit Petal. Could also hope to fade one draw and play Wishclaw, but... Is holding Therapy for another turn crazy? I don't think it is. I don't. I would not fault you for just playing Wishclaw here. May even be correct. They have Reanimate. So those are gone. Those are gone. Oh, do I crack Bobble? This is a tough spot, right? Like you want to get through. Odds are you're gonna be able to cast Wishclaw either way, but then it's like, well, if that's what you're looking to do, why even crack it? You do get the information as well. I don't think I'm gonna crack it. Don't crack and crack as soon as you play Talisman. Right. And then it's safe to do so. Ritual's good. Do we play both out? We can like super dodge discard. Yeah, I think we're supposed to play both of these out. It's most likely that this Wishclaw, the second one, is going to wind up getting an LED, which is a +2 mana situation, which is what we're losing anyways, and it just puts it in play instead of in our hand, which is generally speaking what you want to do against Reanimator. It also allows us to go Hellbent to use Tutor better. Still no Entomb, so that's good. Let's see what they got going on here. Chancellor doesn't really matter. So now I believe we're one shy. That does it. Guess I'll go +2. So we actually want to get Cabal Ritual here. It takes a 2 mana card out of our deck. It gives us the same amount of mana. Ooh. Got him. Alright, so now we get to just shit stomp them because they have ley lines and are not going to expect leyline out of an Adnaz deck. So if you're wondering what you're supposed to do in terms of sideboarding with these matchups, actually I haven't really put enough thought into these two cards. We'll come back to it. These come out. This comes out. Shadow Spirit comes out. We don't want these. We're going to question these. You definitely want to take some amount of discard out. You could argue Thoughtseize should come out, but not even necessarily, right? Because when you have Leyline in play and you go and discard them, primarily you're looking to take their cards that remove your Leyline, But if they have a creature in their hand, you usually want to hit that over one of their other cards. So I think I'm fine with keeping Thoughtseize. Cabal Therapy has... I see people taking out Cabal Therapy over Duress, like, full stop. And Cabal Therapy has... It can discard twice, oftentimes with Saga, so I still like keeping them in. And then I take, like... We're looking for low resource access to wins, so like Saga, like we have Leyline in play. We're going to be mulliganing down to them. So these like 1 mana cards, especially Chrome Mox that takes two cards to even do it. I usually take out some Cabal Ritual. I mean, yeah, it can wind up being a lot more mana, but I think I'd rather just have Bogles to keep churning through. Basically to find Saga. Is Spellbomb worth it? I don't think so. I think if they have a creature in play, we probably lost the game. Same thing with Needle. Like, you could play it for Grizzlebrand, but you want Haywire Mites. You want Haywire Mites because we just lose to Serenity. We completely lose to Serenity. So this is a turn 1. Don't you love when you get a turn 1, you look at it and you go, oh, it's a turn 1. Ah, no, it's not. Because, okay, so we don't have Adnaz in the deck, right? So this makes 8 mana, which means Wishclaw into a 5 mana play, but we don't have Adnaz. It is a win if you have Leyline in play. It's one of the reasons we play Helm, because then we do still have an access to, or we still have access to that 5 mana I win card, but you do have to have Leyline in play. So I think this is a mulligan. Really, we're just looking for Leyline, which we found it, and Sagas. This is like, psh, Haywire Mite, this is perfect. I think I'm even going to bottom this Wishclaw. Yeah. We want to draw Opal. Opal is definitely the best draw. I'll take a Soul Land. I'll even take a Petal. We have Leyline. We have Haywire Mite to deal with Serenity. This is a quote-unquote lock. I put it in quotes because they do have Wear and Tear, which could get us. But generally speaking, this is a very strong hand. They might not have even brought Serenity. They mulled to 5, you know, and now they're griefing us. Can't grief a Saga. Take our Thoughtseize, which is interesting. Badlands. Okay. This is a fine draw. Because we were unlikely to use whatever we were drawing, so this just puts the draw on the back burner for when we want it. Just perfect. Show and tell? Yeah, sure. They have 2 cards in hand and 1 land. Like, could they string together 2 lands, a show and tell, and a monster? Fine. It could happen. All right. Okay. So either they have show and tell already in their hand, and that's a really bad draw, or they just took Thoughtseize because they know that's their only out because they didn't bring in removal. So they currently have show and tell plus unknown. Here's the thing. We still have like 6 discard spells in our deck, or 5. We're bobbling. We got Sagas going, so those can run into Baubles if that's what we want. Drew another Saga, which is good. We're getting in, by the way. I don't know if you noticed that. I don't think... Do I want to... Actually, I think I will blow this Petal. End of turn. Uh-oh. Huh. I think I blow that up. I think they realized they shouldn't play that. I would blow... Alright, so we can't do this. Lotus Petal is almost 4 in all combo decks, right? That's a fair statement. Almost 4 in all combo. Always 4 in almost all combo decks. I guess the wording is a little, but I think that's what you meant. So, generally, yes. I can imagine it. The tendrils connection? Tendies! The chicken tendies. 2 for a while and ant years ago. Come on. I guess it's Chrome Mox, right? It's a little disappointing. We can just bottom pedal. Yeah, I'm gonna bottom pedal. Reason being, this is one of my favorite plays in this deck. Turn 1 Saga, that we can activate, by the way. Wishclaw. Turn 1 Wishclaw off of Saga. And permanent mana sources that can then... And then the best is when you also get to play Saga number 2 and make all 4 tokens. Thoughtseize is pretty good, though. All 4 tokens would be imprinting Thoughtseize. We might still be able to do it. I'm going to imprint Dark Ritual. Oh, you're splitting hairs now, Greg. Not sure I'd call McNuggets chicken tenders. Yeah. Tendies, okay? Tendies. What is this? Is this, what? Excuse me? So that means it can't tap for mana, but it'll be able to make tokens. I mean, it just prevents us from wishclawing, I guess. It's fine. Fine with it. No. Daze that. Go back a land. Fine. Fine. I have a land and 3 unknowns. I'm pretty sure this hand is going to shred them. Not shred, but close. You gonna pending? They're gonna pending. Okay. It's annoying. Sure. Alright, so this can make tokens, but it can't tap for mana. I guess that is problematic. Okay. True ad nauseum. We have 3 unknowns. Hopefully no wasteland. No wasteland. What is this? Bant. Stoneforge, okay. Goldra, 2 unknowns. Wall therapy. Can't tap this. Alright, hopefully no days. Play Saga. I'll play Wishclaw. I know we could Cabal Therapy. I feel like we lose that game, though. I think this is the risk that we need to take to win this game. If they have a Force, so be it. If they have a Daze, that's kind of that's the risk I was taking. And they had it. So now they get Coldra going, which foils our construct plan. We drew Ad Nauseam, which is interesting. Hopefully we draw mana. We did. Let's make a construct. Play Cabal Therapy. I'm just going to name Force of Will. I mean, we probably can't play through Days either, but could also name Pending. They already used one. Double Uro. Okay. Okay. So hopefully we draw mana, and then we can get an LED, and then we can add Naz from 10 with 3 mana. That's pretty good chance of winning. Ponder's pretty good. So if they don't shuffle... Oh no, we can Cabal Therapy, so we're fine. I was going to say, we do have a reasonable construct plan, if we had to. But then all they have to do is stop attacking with Coldra. Coldra just destroys tokens. It's first strike, so whenever it deals combat damage, it just exiles the fucking creature. Okay. They did not shuffle. There's a lot of cards that could be a problem. Pending is definitely one of them. Alright, let's draw a Dark Ritual. Bauble. We're 1 mana shy. I think we're supposed to gain some life here. I'm gonna bauble. Another ponder. Be interesting whether they attack with this or not. It doesn't really do anything because then we just swing back. If they find swords, then we have a good chance of winning with Adnaz. They find pending, that's pretty annoying. They just went for the island, so they can Uro next turn. They're gonna hold back Huldra. Now we're gonna hope to hit 3 mana. There's one. Dark Ritual, LED. That is 3 mana. That is definitely 3 mana. Play the Saga. Definitely an interesting stalemate here. I think we're favored. 3 mana, 2 turns from now, we are very likely to go off with Adnaz. We really just want to draw Dark Ritual though. Ew. So now they pending the token and they get to hit us? Or are they going to be a bitch and pending LED? No, they hit the token. Okay. Now they get to hit us. Dark Ritual, please. Vault. Okay. Definitely an interesting situation still. Because we're going to wind up back where we were. I mean, they have a new draw right now, but this is gone, sorry. Like they can really only hit us for 5, and then we're... Okay, so they're going to force us to make it now. And then they're going to swords it? They're going to stifle. Sure. Snap stifle, huh? Get in for exact. Okay. Just barely. Yeah, because we would have swung back with a very large construct. Would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It would have been 8, 8. So in other words, they would just wouldn't have had attacks. So then we'd be at 8 and we'd cast Adnaz from 8. Interesting game for sure. Needle maybe. Spellbomb's pretty good against Huldra. Needle is also not bad. For Stoneforge, might be too late though. I think I just want Spellbomb. Got like a Chrome Mox. Yo, what is up with my green screen? Maybe if I move. Oh, stop it. Because I can't lean back. My green screen does not want me to lean back. Not gonna do it. This is fine, I guess. The question is, what do we name? Probably just Stoneforge, right? This is a hand that just wants to not deal with... It doesn't want to see Wasteland, but... Where do we bottom? Cabal Ritual. Yeah. Could turn one the Saga. It's kind of awkward, right? We do want it out there. But... Oh, and he gets stifled. Which I guess this hand really isn't going to care about. Deafening Silence? No thanks. This hand is not too worried about Deafening Silence, or at least it wants to play around Deafening Silence. I'm considering playing Saga. Then next time we can go Vault, we'll have Opal and Bobble out, or do I just want to fire out now? Let's go Therapy. I'm naming Stoneforge. Did not hit. They do have Deafening Silence, but that is just about it. That's funny, they do have it. So Dark Ritual, admittedly not too helpful here, but they're probably going to play Deafening Silence instead of one of these other things. Maybe I should have bobbled. Stifle on Chapter 2. Oh, yeah, huh? Well, hopefully we can draw into discard, so let's crack the Bobble. Probably should have cracked it. Upkeep. Deafening Silence. They played Tundra. Tundra's on top. They have one unknown. That's good. Also good. They have one unknown. Hopefully it's not Daze. Or even Force. Wouldn't be good for us. We did not bring in a Haywire Might. Yeah, so we do have to deal with this full stop. But we have drawn the cards that allow us to do so far. Yeah, but even if I knew they had Deafening Silence in their hand, I don't think it would be naming Deafening Silence. I think a Saga hand on a mold of 6 is just gonna try to get them with Sagas. Be interesting if they pending our Wishclaw here. It looks like they are. Which is actually quite good for us. And we draw another one. Still don't want to play it. Do I want to let them... I think I'm fine with them stifling the activation. We don't want them to stifle the Chapter 2 on our other Saga, right? Honestly, I think any way you slice it, we're going to beat one Stifle. And they've drawn a couple lands, which is nice. Very nice. If they stifle this, they do get a whole nother turn of not having to deal with getting hit. But I feel like that's better than them stifling this. They may have just drawn another stifle. That's certainly possible. So this Dark Ritual is actually quite good. I think I'm going to cast it. Allows us to make 2 constructs. They do indeed have another, so they're just opting to stifle the actual constructs, which I'm not so sure is a winning line. It could wind up pending the Shadow Spear, but I think... Thank you for the follow. Is Trample and Lifelink that important to us? I think we just want Bogles with the highest chance of getting to another saga. Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Or Shadow Spear, just, it does increase the clock the most. Yeah, I think it's just Shadow Spear. And I don't have to commit to tokens now. Yeah. I'll play around pending a little bit here. I mean, pending is still a good card for them either way. If they find more stifle, you know what? You got it. That was definitely their best draw. They can't cast any more spells, though. Non-creature. So, they're probably their best draw was finding Stoneforge. Then we're in trouble. Or no, they find Stoneforge, we can wind up finding bouncing their Cauldron. Okay, so they play Flooded Strand. I gotta imagine this Tundra is in their deck. I'm gonna say 3 unknown. Could they have Mystic Sanctuary plus Brainstorm and stifle yet another trigger? Fine. Oh my god. I have, but it's not like it's our only game plan. If they're prioritizing dress downs, then they may very well wind up just getting Adnost, right? Okay, so we knew about these snappies. It's possible. It just, between swords and prismatic ending, it's like, are you really supposed to run this out in their main phase? Now they only have to beat 1. I'm gonna get Bobble. And this is the problem with Shadow Spear in this spot, and why I consider getting Bobble. One of the reasons. It's not like the lifelink is, necessarily great for us. Maybe we're supposed to get Spellbomb. Silence, huh? Oh, Deafening Silence. Yeah. They can't stifle it. Ha ha. Get got. Like, Snapcaster works well with Deafening Silence, but not when you cast Brainstorm on that turn, right? Snap, no is spell, they said. Brainstorm. You cast Brainstorm. They said snap, no is spell. I said you cast Brainstorm. Got him. Alright. Duress. It's actually pretty... I guess I'll forgo gaining life. Yeah, we'll make a token. Go... I think I get Spellbomb. The children's no help me. My guess is he has kids and they're being loud or something. We're going to come off of Spellbomb for now. Force, whatever. Perfect. Come on, baby. We've got Stoneforge covered. Hey, all right. Game 3. The final round. All right, so I want to bring in Haywire Might. How many? It does kill... Oh, maybe this is just better than Spellbomb, right? I guess Spellbomb can cycle. But this kills, what's it called? Hold on. This kills Coldra and Deafening Silence. I'll just cut one of the Bogles. Maybe it's Cabal Ritual. Oh, come on, green screen. Get it together. Okay. Bunch of discard plus Saga. I think I imprint Dark Ritual, cast Duress, and then decide if we want to go Petal plus discard Save Thoughtseize for Stoneforge. What do you think? Oh no, we're on the draw. We're on the draw. Just chill out, alright? Chill out. Back it up. Trop, go. Stifle incoming. Let's play Petal. Chromux. That was such a good draw. Imprint Ritual. Duress. They did not stifle the Chromux trigger. Veil of Summer. Okay. We've been veiled. Saga Pass. They definitely have a lot of plays that could be brutal for us. Wasteland is definitely one of them. Okay. Worst draw on the deck. Surgical? No way. No way, dude. This is the trophy game. That makes me want to scoop. That's so brutal. I'm not suck getting cheesed out in the trophy game. Why is it always going to happen like that? Come on. Alright. The fight continues. Can I look? How do you just have a bunch of Veil Summers all of a sudden now? We didn't even see one game 2. Just 2 in a row? This is one of the dumber games of Magic I've played. Go ahead. Cast the third one. I dare you. 4 te lulls. Maybe they'll run out of time. This was such a bad draw. Stifle, Sylvan, Ponder. Guess I take Sylvan. I mean, their hand is... Uro's gonna be a problem. Opting to hold up Stifle. Interesting. I don't think I have the luxury of, like, waiting. We have no sagas. We have to win the good old-fashioned way, and we have Tendrils in hand. Their draw for turn was Snapcaster Mage. This is probably the most unfortunate game of Magic I've ever played. This is so bad. Yep, you're in there. Well, considering we pretty much have to win with Tendrils, we're just getting the Veils out of the deck. That's it. Easy game. Alright, deck. Give me a land, I guess. Heyo, Adra Burrito with the 2 months. Welcome. Thank you. Pending. This deck is actually a nightmare. Like, that was a good draw. Would have been great. Woulda, coulda, wasn't good enough. 3 times. 3 times. I bet you there's 2 Veils and they're 75. I bet you. It's a cool deck. I will say that. Because clearly it has a lot of fair game with Uro, pending, wasteland, you know. And then additionally it has stifle and snappies to deal with bullshit. To be fair, there's a lot of bullshit on Moto. Alright. I think we're done. It's Coldra. Sure. 1 unknown equals days. Come on, make it the perfect game. Make it the perfect game. They could force it too, but or just stifle. Like not worry about it and stifle. Just daze it. Just have all of it. Okay, they forced it. You get nothing. You get nothing. Okay, is there any runner that we could even draw? It's a 2-turn clock is the problem. Or is one of the problems. No, there's no... We need Haywire Might, but we don't have... We used their pedal. Let's go! Just give you one of these. Make blue and scoop. Alright. Listen, you can't win all of them, okay? You can't win every single one of them.